All right, hey Ramath, as Sierra's doing passing, there were some things that you did is you wanted to raise awareness, even in Cleveland, among young people with COVID-19. Can you share with us some of that? How you, one, celebrated her life, but then also using even lessons that you've learned and you want to share with others in her passing.
Well, we wanted to, since Sierra was just so well loved, she was so liked among her peers, very active in extracurricular stuff at school, extra groups outside of school that did volunteer work. She volunteered at college, so she was just very loved around all her peers. People knew her from all over the city, and so I knew that they couldn't attend the funeral. And so I thought that would be a good idea to have a repast at the park. So at Luke Easter Park, so we had a repast. We paid for like about, I think, 2 food trucks to come out there and had a DJ and had music. We had signs up saying, wear your mask, wash your hands. Sierra, she also attended Tri-State, Cuyahoga Community College. And she was a good student there, very active among the college, very, groups going around the college. And so when she passed, the president of Cuyahoga Community College, he sent out a group email to all the students letting them know that she passed from COVID-19, from complications of COVID-19, because she didn't have COVID no more, but the complications had tore her body up to the point where she wouldn't be able to function and live out, after that whole situation. So Tri-C was gracious enough to give out information, and they gave us about 3 or 4 boxes of masks. So that kind of added up to about 400 to 600 masks they gave out for us to pass out at the park. And we just tried to celebrate her the best way as possible because she was such a loving, beautiful spirit. And so we also wanted to bring awareness to the fact that young people, this thing is real. This is nothing to play with. I know you want to have a good time. It's hot outside. Everybody, want to enjoy the heat and doing things. But unfortunately, we just in a position not to be able to do that and do that really safely without, people being affected by it. And so we just wanted to push that whole agenda. We wanted to honor Sierra first because of who she was, but we also wanted to bring awareness to the fact that she was young, vibrant, wife, mother, died the day before her birthday. And so she was very young. And so we just really want to raise awareness to young people to take this seriously, do all the things that they're telling you to do, and even in that, do some more. Challenge yourself to make sure that you're taking care of the next person, because we are really all in this together. Like how you feel and what you may contract is based on how I'm reacting and living out here. So it's just so funny that we just really intertwine like that going through this whole pandemic.
That's what I love about you, brother. And even in the midst of you going through the hardest trial that you probably faced in your life, even in that moment, your heart was still thinking about others. And Ramath, again, man, it just shows me just a heart that God is giving you, and it's beautiful. And I am blessed to be your brother and to know you and to be able to just walk with you through this part of your journey.
I appreciate it. If I could just add one more thing, sure. I have watched my mom do this so many countless times. I have watched her not have the most money, but she was kind of like it wasn't said that she was, but she was kind of like the youth coordinator at the church. So I done watched her so many times, like not have all the best of money, not have everything that she needed, but she always tried to make sure that she was taking care of someone else. Like I watched her my whole entire life operate like that. I remember I had a friend and she went to go sing at American Idol. And unfortunately her mom couldn't get off of work, but my mom was able to get off of work and went to Texas with my friend and went to American Idol with her. And that was the type of woman and that's still the type of woman she is now. She don't have all the Nikes or the Air Maxes or the Asics or whatever kind of shoe that the girls are wearing. But her grandchildren do. Her grandchildren have the Nikes and the Air Jordans and all that stuff like that. But when you look at her feet, she got on some, and I'm not knocking Walmart at all, but she got on some Walmart specials, and that's how she is. She would take buttermilk so that you can have whole milk, and I watched her do that her whole entire life. And I watched her, walk with grace and pray and go over scripture every morning. And it's kind of sad that in this day and age that us as men, we didn't have our fathers around, that we kind of had to mimic, our mothers to a degree. And so I'm thankful for the life that she lived and that she is still living. And that's kind of who I was able to learn those things from, as not just solely, but that and God being who he is and Jesus being who he is in my heart, and just realizing that, he died for me, and I might not die for you, but I would give you a blanket and some water, and I would stay there with you if it went to that route.
Well, we are